This is my cornfield, or you think it's my cornfield at first look, but this is actually a young orchard. There's a whole row of Eureka lemon trees that go straight back here. If we keep walking a little bit, you'll see the 15 feet of corn. And now we have a row of gem avocados and Eureka lemons. This is a clay that we put on our avocados for sunscreen, but also by planting the corn in the rows of the young avocados, we provide opportunity for the avocados to have this protected little microclimate in their young years. We're kind of on the edge of being too hot to grow avocados here in this canyon. My neighbors actually have told me that you can't grow avocados on this street. I intend on proving them wrong. This is gem avocados, which is supposed to be like a climate change avocados for heat tolerant and cold tolerant avocados. When it gets hot, this corn is going to aspirate moisture and it's going to keep the trees cooler. It's going to have filtered sunlight coming, but because the rows go the same direction the sun goes, they still have a fair amount of sun all day long. We sprayed this 2 weeks ago. There's already been this much growth. They're doing really good in here. They're getting enough sun, and you can see that there's 18 inches of growth. And if you could be right here with me, you could tell it's cooler right here than it just was on the outside of the cornfield. We have planted this whole young orchard in corn. This is masa corn, but it could be popcorn, it could be corn on the cob, elote, it could be any kind of corn. You could even do feed for your animals if you wanted. You're getting an income crop. You're protecting your trees. And when your trees get big, you obviously wouldn't plant corn because this tree is gonna be 12 feet, 15 feet across. But right now, there's that space for this tree to get 12 or 15 feet across and nothing in it. Instead of just waiting for 6 years till my avocados can make me money, I'm gonna make money in the interim with corns. We thoroughly enjoy using our pathways. In the summertime, this is a really nice break in the hottest part of the summer for my avocado trees. You have to keep an eye on the weather. Corn, when it's dry, can stay up as long as you need it to be the shade. You don't want to take it down and shock the trees, so you want to make sure it has cooled down when you harvest the corn. We keep going here. You can see there's another row of avocados. Now this avocado tree was shorter than the corn when we planted it, but you can see that it's grown up past the corn because of this little protected microclimate. And this whole row continues to go back with small avocado trees. This keeps going on, corn, 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 and then you'll see there's a row of lemons, a row of avocados, and then here's us using the same pathways for kale. You would say, well, the kale can't protect the avocado trees. Well, it doesn't protect the avocado trees from the direct sun like the corn does, but this is all gonna aspirate moisture. The temperature in the shade, the temperature in the sun, the temperature of grass versus the temperature of bare ground, they're all different. When you have a plant aspirating moisture underneath a tree, it could be a 5-degree differential or more, and that is still protecting those trees. There's purple kale, dino kale, and green kale. My experience is that the aphids usually have a favorite kind of kale, so if you plant them all together, the aphids will usually attack one kale instead of the other one. You can see the edge here behind me is orange trees. This is another row of Meyer lemons. This is prolific zucchini. You see there's the 8-ball zucchini, the stripy zucchini, the traditional Italian zucchini right here. This is 4 acres planted in avocados and lemons that are not yet producing an income. You can also see the huge portion of my market garden is right here in between the trees. This is creating biodiversity, it's creating healthier soil, it's creating a cooler environment in a very harsh desert canyon that I live in. It's giving us tons of opportunities to bring income into the farm with the labor that we're putting out to take care of these. We're also using the same waters. We have these high up on stakes, so no matter how tall the veggie crop is or the weeds are, that it's spreading above it. That water is the same water is watering the zucchini. You can see there in the middle of the zucchini, that's the same water that's watering the lemons, watering the kale, watering the corn. The same water that other people will be using just to water younger lemons and avocados. We've got 4 kinds of kale, 3 kinds of zucchini, corn, fennel, broccoli, some pumpkins, and there's cabbage further down in this row. This is a way to achieve biodiversity while your trees are growing up. We had a hard time starting our gem avocados. I was not sure that they were this climate change avocado that everybody's talking about. We had to replant because we lost almost 1,000 trees, but these ones are just a year old, and I'm very happy. We've had a much better success on the local Zutano seed stock than we have on the clonal rootstock. They look great 1 year in. We're utilizing this few acres in many ways, not just waiting for our avocados to give us an income in the future. Not only that, if you look behind us, these are natives that we've bred all around the farm. But we harvest these natives as well as the fennel flowers for our wildflower bouquets that we sell at the farmer's market. We have the grapes growing along the fence line along the road. We have red and white wine grapes planted all around. These are the white wine grapes, and these are Pinot Grigio. They look so beautiful for only being 2.5 years old. We are more than delighted with the production here. In this area that you can see, we've got flowers that we harvest for the farmer's market. We have row crops, we have avocados and lemons for our future income, and we're really utilizing every bit of the water and every bit of the earth to have that biodiversity, as well as having these older orange trees that came with the property. This is the way of the future, at least in California, where 17 acres costs $1 million. We can't afford to just wait 6 years for the avocados to start making money. That doesn't pencil, as they say. We're really utilizing this to the best of our ability. Utilize every bit of the water, every bit of the earth, feed the soil, have the biodiversity. By doing this, even when we pull this out and we have bare ground for a moment, on the edges, the trees are still alive. All the mycorrhizome can go to those roots and then repopulate into the middle of the rows. What are we gonna do for vegetables once our trees grow up? That's a good question. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But right now, our trees are still young, and our market garden is right in the middle of our trees. To sum it all up, when you're waiting for a tree crop to give you a harvest that could take 5 years, there's multiple reasons why you would want to grow row crops in between them. This is an awesome way that we are sequestering carbon, building soil, diversifying our income, diversifying our crops. It just makes sense. I'm really excited about how well this is working out. This is the first year that basically every row between every trees has been planted. And I hope that you learned something from this video, and I hope that you will like, follow, subscribe, comment below. Let me know what you want to know about. Let me know what I could be sharing with the community out there, because I essentially am just here grinding along on my farm. I want to share the information that people want. Ask me questions, and let's be in community together.